Hello everyone. Today our All About Macros video is about carbohydrates or carbs. So the function and structure of carbs. Carbs are our main source of energy in our body. So we use carbs for literally everything our body does. It's used to regulate our digestion. Carbs also help our body use other macros like protein and fat. And carbs are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So simple versus complex carbs. Simple carbs digest quickly in the body, so like candy, white bread, flour, and sugar. So over here it shows an example. It shows candy. They're simple carbs, which has a lot of sugars. In other labels, it will say added sugars, and so that's what we need to look out for, those added sugars. We don't want to have too many of those because those really cause blood sugar spikes and then we get that crash later. So we want more of sustained energy, which would come from complex carbs. They take longer to digest because of the fiber in them, but that helps not get those spikes and crashes. It's more of a steady, sustained release of energy. So for those, we want whole wheat, whole grains, starchy vegetables, things like that. They're more nutritious for you and also don't cause those blood sugar spikes and then the crashes later. They're more sustained energy. So then we have high GI versus low GI. So pretty much that's just the rates at which carbs raise your blood sugar. So with the simple sugars, it's going to spike your blood sugar faster, and then you're going to have that crash. And then with more complex carbs, it's more of a steady release of the carbs. They're slower digesting, so you won't have that spike and that crash. Then on to digestion. So fiber is pretty difficult for your body to digest, actually. It contributes little to energy, but it helps with elimination and it also helps to slow down the digestion. So it's more sustained energy. So I've been talking about blood sugar too and the spikes and having sustained blood sugar. So what blood sugar is, it's just glucose from carbs that's used to fuel your brain, your nervous system, your muscles, all that. So it's not a bad thing. We just want to make sure it's more sustained rather than getting just the spikes and crashes. So then a small portion of the carbs that you ingest are converted to glycogen and then they're stored in the liver and your muscles as energy reserves. So if you're out of that, if you have a lower blood sugar, then your body may take from that glycogen in your liver and your muscles. And then any excess carbs you have, as well as any other macronutrient, is stored as fat. So don't think of carbs as the bad guy. If you have extra carbs, extra fat, or extra protein, so any of the macros, it can be stored as fat. So carbs are not bad. That is a misconception. We actually really need carbs for energy. So then, how much carbs, how many grams of carbs should I eat? So we want to really aim for those complex carbs. They're more nutritious. They have that fiber a lot of times. So think of veggies, whole grains, and whole wheats. We want about 25 to 38 grams of fiber a day. Really want to limit those added sugars to 24 grams a day. So on labels, it will tell you how much added sugars there are. So limit that to 24 grams a day. Really watch out too for those because things that you think are pretty nutritious, they have a lot of added sugars, like certain yogurts, ketchup, certain dressings for salads. They add tons of sugar to that. So watch out for that. Keep to 24 grams a day. Your total carbs should be 45 to 65% of your total daily calories. So try not to get below that. When you do have, if you follow a low carb diet, you may find that you're really craving sugary foods, like, just sweets and things like that. And that's because your carbs are probably low. Your body is begging you for energy. So make sure to keep your complex carbs at a decent limit so we don't get those cravings. And then just for reference, 1 gram of carbs equals 4 calories. So if you're trying to do some calculations, that may help you with that. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I hope that was helpful for you. Yeah, thank you.